seen anything like that. No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Davey Mac Sports Program. That's right, Roy's dead, so filling in is intern Rob. And now, to your lovely host, the man of the hour, the person we all came to see, the lovely Mr. Champion, David Mac.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Robert. Oh, my Lord. What an introduction. Apparently, Roy Harder, dead at the age of 81. I know he was going to Ireland this week, and I follow him on Instagram at Roy Harder. I saw him in Dublin, so I thought that's why he was missing the Davey Mac Sports episode this week. Robert now informing us with breaking news, Roy Harder dead at the age of 81. I tell you, Davey Mac Sports never fails to bring you shocking moments and controversy. And we have a special guest star, and I hate to put him on the button right away. By the way, Robert, I got to thank you for the introduction. I'm surprised that you're not going with Robert O or Roberto, because you're too big for an intern now. You're not an intern anymore. You're a director and a producer and a this and a that.
Honestly, Dave, man, I wanted to, but I forgot what we were calling me, so I just kind of came up with intern Rob.
No, you're not intern Rob anymore. You've graduated, my friend. You graduated the second I got you a job. Remember, I got you. Remember who got you a job at that place, you motherfucker?
Oh, every day, Dave, man. I remember,
and you know why?
And they remember when they go, fucking East Side, Dave.
Robert also remembers every day, because every day at 6:30 a.m. while I'm supposed to be on the air at the Red, I text him, "Don't forget who your fucking daddy is, you ingrate."
You're welcome.
I'm always
..
I like to pepper Happy Easter and Happy Thanksgiving with threats and reminders of my greatness. But it's not just me and Robert today. So Roy's not here this week, but don't worry. We got an awesome show planned. It's me, it's Roberto, and guess who it is?
Stevie Lew. What's new, Stevie Lew? What's new? What's new? Stevie Lew. Yeah.
Bring in the music, Dave, man.
Dave. That was fantastic. Stephen Lewis, world famous, let's see, filmmaker. He helps, Lloyd Kaufman, or he works for and with Lloyd Kaufman. Right. Stevie Lew comedy. We all know this, of course, the East Side Dave show, and the various contributions that he's done to society and to the world at large. Stevie Lew. Pleasure to have you, bud.
Dave, Roy he's overdosed on heroin?
That's what Robert O is proclaiming. It's sad because Roy doesn't do drugs or drink. Did you know that? So
his fucking whole family. His family, man. What the fuck?
I have a feeling like Roy was injected with the heroin, that it wasn't him, because Roy's not a junkie. So now I got to find out there's some goddamn, random, heroin injector running the streets of Ireland. It's not fair. But, we're going to get through it. Roy will be back next week.
Okay, I wasn't crying there, Dave. I'm also an actor, so that was an acting thing. I was just acting.
Did you? I mean, none of the dogsies, none of the Dave Pound would have thought that was acting, Stephen. That was real. That was genuine. That was sincere. Okay.
Yes, I learned from you, Dave.
What are your projects, Stevie? What's going on in Stevie Lew's world before we jump right into the sports? Because I'm going to kick Brian Cashman right in the dick hole, and then I'm going to fuck Brian Cashman right in the dick hole. And then just for added embarrassment, I'm going to give him a rim job, and I'm going to suck his dick. Finish but I'm going to spit all the cum and shit. I'm going to spit it right back in his face. So the joke's on him after I do that.
Snowball.
But before we get into that, Stevie, what's going on in Stevie Lew's world? What's new, Stevie Lew?
Thank you for asking, Dave. As you mentioned, the film that I worked with Lloyd Kaufman on, it was called #Shakespeare Shitstorm. It premiered in New York City last weekend. It ran at Village Cinema all week down in the Village, the historic movie theater in the West Village there, East Village, sorry. And it's actually extended for another week. So if this episode's coming out tomorrow and folks are in New York City, you can catch the final Lloyd Kaufman masterpiece, hashtag Shakespeare's Shitstorm, which I was a special effects coordinator, and I also had some background roles in it, so you can see my face in there. So that came out last week.
First of all, that's an incredible announcement. Congratulations. Did you just say Lloyd Kaufman's not making any more movies?
He still is holding to it that this is his last one.
Oh, don't do this to me. Him and Tarantino are going to bail out on me? I need Lloyd Kaufman and Tarantino movies.
I can actually give, I think, the East Side, the Davey Mac Sports fans out there an exclusive, if you're okay with it. Is that all right? Okay.
Yes.
So Lloyd has said that was his last film, but I know for a fact that they're currently working on a reboot of Sergeant Kabukiman, NYPD. Oh. And that looks like that will really be, if he can, live through the filming, that will be his final project.
All right.
That's not official. You won't see that on the internet anywhere. I'm giving you guys exclusive news here that Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD is being worked on right now, and I'm excited to hopefully be a part of that production too.
Look at this. So some exclusive news from Stevie Lew. Lloyd Kaufman has said it's going to be his last film, but Stevie Lew says, hold on, might be one more. So that's excellent. I love the Davey Mac Sports exclusive. And
then real quick, if I could, Dave, sorry, I got one last thing. I got this. If you guys can check out Kiss It Goodbye Productions on YouTube. That's my new projects that I've been working on with an old high school buddy. He's been putting together some horror shorts that I was able to premiere on Eastside Dave Show on Compound. But now we've got a feature length horror film that we filmed in the Jersey Shore coming out in a few months, and that will be released on Kiss It Goodbye Productions on YouTube.
Excellent.
So give him a follow if you can.
Well, I'm excited for that, Stevie. Here's the bottom line. I'm upset today. I'm wearing my Yankees t-shirt. Okay? I'm wearing my Yankees t-shirt. Yes, Robert.
Are we about to talk baseball?
We're going to talk baseball right now, yeah.
Would you like some baseball music? Because, I am Roy Harder this week.
If you want, can the bed still go under my voice and not interrupt?
Can you hear that?
All right, hold on. Save that song. Save it.
All right, that's all I got. So,
oh, that's all you got? I was going to say.
I'm pretty good at the piano, but that's the one baseball song.
Save music beds for characters, but good thinking. When I'm setting this up, you don't need the bed. But Brian Cashman, okay? Let me explain something to you. And this is not a threat. I'm not going to physically threaten you. You're fucking dead. You are dead. Dead. You're fucking dead.
The general manager of the Yankees.
The general manager of the New York Yankees is dead, and that's not a physical threat. That's an existential, in my head, dead. He is never going to exist for me ever again. Dead. He is dead. I'm not saying I'm going to kill him, but he's dead. You're dead. On an existential, philosophical level. You understand, guys?
Yeah, I get it.
Brian Cashman, you're fucking dead. 10 games into the Yankees season, and I know that this team is a bust. And I have heard from some of these people, the Michael K's, the ESPNs, the WFANs. Oh, it's only 10 games. It's only 10 games. Don't worry about 10 games. None of these motherfuckers have any heart or any sports knowledge, if that's the case, because this is not only 10 games. This has been 2 or 3 fucking years of Yankee baseball where they can't hit. This is the Bronx Bombers. This is Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson, Derek Jeter, and on and on. This is a team that fucking hits. This is a team that leads the league in runs most years, home runs most years. This is not a shitty fucking offensive team or organization. And yet, for the last 2 or 3 years, they can't score runs. So far in 10 games, they've scored 30 runs, 3 runs a fucking game. It's the lowest amount of runs they've scored in 10 games since 1977. So when the Michael K's and the fucking people at WFAN and the fucking assholes on ESPN and Fox Sports say Yankee fans are entitled, Yankee fans are entitled. 10 games. It's not 10 games. Brian Cashman hasn't gotten us a World Series since 2009. But specifically, the last 4 or 5 years, the team can't fucking hit. This year, there was no... Thank you. Thank you for that. This year, there was no shortage of shortstops who were fucking superstars. Superstars! Carlos Correa, so on and so forth, Seager. They didn't go after one of them. And yet, they felt that they had to address a shortstop need, so they got a shortstop. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The guy is terrible.
No.
Terrible. First of all, they just showed a stat on the Yes Network. The guy is a good defender when he plays third base. The Yankees now want to make him a shortstop. They had the same fucking problem with Gleyber Torres the last 2 years, trying to force him to be a shortstop. They finally gave up on that and said his natural position is second base. Meanwhile, they've ruined Gleyber Torres. He can't hit for shit. He is totally lost. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who they call IKF, why? Then, furthermore, Joey fucking Gallo. Why is this acceptable? I keep hearing this from Michael Kay on the Yes Network. Hey, I don't know what the Yankee fans are complaining about. This is who Joey Gallo is. He's going to walk a lot. He's going to hit a lot of home runs. He's also going to strike out a lot, and he's only going to hit 200. This is who he is. Here's my question to you, Michael. Why is that acceptable? When did the New York Yankees find it acceptable to have a guy hitting fucking 200 playing in the outfield? Moneyball is not supposed to be done by the Yankees. Moneyball was invented for the Oakland A's and other small market teams who don't have the money to keep or acquire good players. The Yankees are worth $5 billion fucking dollars. They have the money to get an outfielder who might hit 30 home runs, but also hits 300. They don't need to afford Joey fucking Gallo. The Yankees can afford to get the guy who hits 315 and 35 home runs. They can do that. That's what the Yankees do. So this total bullshit of accept Joey Gallo. This is the player he is. I don't accept it. And I don't accept IKF. And I don't accept Brian Cashman. He looks like a ferret. Robert, did you see that ferret picture I sent you with Brian Cashman? Tell me Brian Cashman doesn't look like a fucking ferret.
Brian Cashman looks like a ferret, but I was going to say that the way the Yankees play Moneyball, Dave, is they spend money and tell everybody else in the league to suck their balls.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is that they don't even spend money anymore.
No.
You know, the Dodgers are outspending them. The Red Sox, the Cubs. I mean, those franchises are all spending lots of money. And unlike the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Cubs, they all acquire fucking all-star caliber players. We got IKF and Joey fucking Gallo in this off, or Joey Gallo's last year. IKF was this offseason.
It feels
what the fuck?
It feels like it's lost the feel of being a Yankee. Like, I grew up on the Yankees.
It is.
I was a fan. You know, Paul O'Neill was playing after stomach surgery, groaning in pain after every catch in the outfield. You know what I mean? You had Chuck Knobloch at third base. Those guys wanted to be Yankees. Now these guys are just waiting for 3 years to go move on to sign a super contract somewhere else to try to make some money. There's no passion about being a Yankee anymore. There are teams with that passion.
There's no identity.
Yeah.
I'll say this. There's no identity. And they fucked the whole Aaron Judge thing up. They needed to secure the extension and wrap him up and say Aaron Judge will be a Yankee for the rest of the 2020s. Now they didn't do that, so Aaron Judge is going to be a free agent this offseason. And it's got a bad vibe and a bad feel, and it feels like the same Yankee team that we've seen for 3 years. This is my point, that the fucking people on the Fan and ESPN and SportsCenter, they just regurgitate their own talking points. They have 8,000 talking heads on their channels, and they just throw up the same fucking 2 sports angles into each other's mouths and then go on, multiply and go on every fucking show and then cross-pollinate with the same fucking thing. And all I heard today was that it's just 10 games. The Yankee fans are entitled. They got to stop overreacting. Fuck off. It's not 10 games. It's been years with this shit. Brian Cashman. Robert, do you have that ferret picture?
Let me check, Dave. I'll see.
It's in the email.
If I got a few quick points here, some hot takes.
Stevie,
I wanted to
Stevie,
just
please, Stevie, before you give your points, you are a Mets fan, correct? Or Red Sox fan?
Red Sox fan.
Red Sox.
But I'm going to be a baseball fan here and be objective.
Fair.
Okay.
That's
First,
fair. I just like to know where everyone's.
That's a good point. I wanted to just correct Robert really quick that Paul O'Neill's stomach surgery, that was because he had to get 2 liters of semen pumped out of his stomach before the game.
God.
You take that back.
Let's clear that up. All right. And then also I wanted to say that they should really call this guy IKFH, and it stands for I can't fucking hit, because, the guy got a good glove. But you know what? I mean, they got 4 Yankees right now that are hitting their weight batting average, and that's tough when DJ LeMahieu is leading the team. Giancarlo Stanton had a great series against the Red Sox. They started off hot, but you can't start the season 500 at home. You want to be 500 on the road. If you're going to be a contender.
Listen, you can't lose to the Baltimore Orioles.
No.
You can't lose 2 out of 3 of the Baltimore Orioles in this year's AL East, where the Yankees should be good, but who knows? They might end up sucking. The Red Sox should be good. The Blue Jays are going to be great. And the Rays are always great. They run a very underrated baseball organization. 4 good to great teams in the AL East.
Yes.
You need to shit all over the Baltimore Orioles, who coming into that series with the Yankees were 1-5.
Terrible.
And they just took 2 out of 3 against the vaunted Bronx Bombers, who couldn't hit for shit.
I don't think it's just Cashman. I think it's also Aaron Boone. His job should be on the line this year. If he can't produce results this year, he's got to fucking go.
I know the Yankee fans don't like Boone, and here's my thing. Look, there's the
Can
picture.
You see the picture? Yeah.
I can. Now tell me Brian Cashman, the Yankees general manager, doesn't look exactly like a ferret. And by the way, I apologize to ferrets. I didn't want to offend you tonight.
Yeah, that's not really fair.
I know we live in very sensitive times. And people say all kinds of things, and then people run away with them, and then people take things out of context, and now people are going to think I'm anti-ferret. I'm not. I'm not anti-ferret, but I don't want my general manager to look like a ferret. I want him to look like a grown man. I want him to look like Derek Jeter. I want my general manager, or I want my baseball president, my New York Yankee president of baseball operations, to look like Derek Jeter, who gets the job in this offseason and fires Brian Cashman's fucking ass. For real.
I kind of agree with Stevie, though. How much leeway does Boone get for hitting 1 home run off of a shitty knuckleball pitcher?
Hey, Tim Wakefield was a goddamn hero.
Right,
war hero.
You shit
He
on
was a
O'Neal,
good
I shit
pitcher.
on Wakefield.
No, but I think the thing with Boone is that the players have said time and time again that the players like Boone. And if players are going to play for their manager, that's actually a good thing. And the Yankees have actually had the best pitching in all of Major League Baseball, which makes this even more despicable. Aaron Boone's actually pushed a lot of the right buttons. Brian Cashman has constructed a total shit team. A team where because he's got 9 position players, and there's guys that he promised, I'll get you 500 at-bats, you 500 at-bats, you 500 at-bats. He's now having to sit like DJ LeMahieu once a week and Aaron Judge once a week. We can't afford to sit DJ LeMahieu and Aaron Judge once a week. Hello?
Well, you said it best yourself, Dave. I think his major mistake this year was disclosing the details on the Judge, contract that he turned down. I think that's going to come back and bite Judge, Cashman, and the entire Yankee organization later in the season. If Judge starts to struggle at all, which I know is not likely, but if it happens, that shit's going to snowball real fast.
We'll see. Did you see that John Sterling fucked up a home run call? And this was a bad one. This was one that everyone really gave John Sterling shit for. I do want to remind people, Yankee radio announcer, just the radio announcer, John Sterling, is 84 years old.
Swung up.
All right.
Sorry,
All right,
Dave.
go
I was
ahead,
trying to
Robert.
cue that up. I didn't mean to cut you off there, buddy.
All right. No. John Sterling is 84 years old. I believe he said it's going to be his last season. He's always had this issue, but they're getting a little worse now that he's getting a little older. Here's Giancarlo Stanton in what appeared to be, to John at least, a 2-run game-tying home run by Stanton.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, there it goes. Deep left center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. But caught. At the wall. Caught by...
Gone but caught. Don't know how that happens, John.
Not the rules, Dave. It's not the rules.
It is gone. But caught. At the wall, caught by Tapia. Boy, I thought that was gone. So Stanton got close.
He did.
I
He
love
definitely
Sterling.
did.
I'm actually a Sterling guy. I know plenty of people who hate him. But I believe he brings the razzle-dazzle that's fun for New York City. A guy like him should be in New York. But at the same time, you can't do that. Because people are driving in their cars. And after he says, it's gone, but caught, that person's just driving straight off the fucking George Washington Bridge at that point.
Yeah, Dave, I don't call him John Silver. I call him John Cheap Chinese Tin. I know a buddy of mine who used to complain that Sterling would go and he wouldn't call a pitch. He would go like 2 pitches in his game call without saying if it was a strike or a ball because he was in the middle of a story.
I'm okay with that, actually. But the thing about Sterling is I feel like it is high, it is far, it is gone. I feel like that's an albatross. Because when you're 84, you can't judge the balls in the air. And so, but because Michael Kay waits until the ball is out of the stadium and then he does the see ya. Or, plenty of people, wait till the ball is literally over the fence and they can see the fan holding the home run ball and they go, that's gone. But Sterling, he does have balls. He wants to call it in the air with it is high, it is far, it is gone. But then you get every once in a while but caught.
Well, this happened to Ralph Kiner at the end of his career, too, I remember. When Ralph Kiner from the Mets got really up there.
He started to lose it.
Yeah.
He started to lose his marbles, just like Sterling did. But with Sterling, to me, it's like easy solution. Drop the it is high, it is far, it is gone. Because he's going to keep making these mistakes. You're going to be hearing, trust me when I tell you, you're going to be hearing like an Aaron Judge gets into it, it is high. It is far. It is gone. It's caught by the second baseman. He did not get into all of that one, I suppose.
Couldn't he just wait for the audience's reaction and
that's what I said.
Call it completely on a delay though, and then just be like, once they all cheer, be like, it's high, it's far, it looks like it has the distance.
He could. It's fucking radio. Yeah. He doesn't need to be in time. Yeah. No, it's true.
On that replay,
then you're gonna be hearing Sterling, a ground ball to, DJ LeMahieu at second. He fields it. It is high. It is far. He throws the first one away. And Yankees are gonna make a bullpen move right now. They're gonna bring in Aroldis Chapman. It is high. It is far, and it is gone. Chapman now enters the game. Oh, and now here's Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres drops a bunt. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Safe at first base. Unbelievable. Oh, and look at Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone, 19 years ago. It is far. It is gone. It is gone. Aaron Boone hit a home run over the Red Sox. Oh, by the way, real quick, doubleheader next Sunday against the Orioles. Tickets half off. It is high. It is far. It is gone. So make sure you buy those tickets. Use the promo code Yankee. And here is Garrett Cole on the mound. Runner on first base with a big lead. Cole looking over. It is high. It is far. It is a pickoff attempt. He's out.
Wait a second. What? How did that happen?
Giancarlo Stanton. Looks like they're going to intentionally walk him. Smart move with second and third.
Right. No
outs and first base unoccupied. So they'll throw ball forward. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Stanton intentional walk to first. Everyone meet my colleague today. She's from Boston, but somehow she's broadcasting Yankee games. Everyone meet my partner, Susan. It is high, it is far, it is gone, Walden.
Oh, thank you, John. This is the greatest honor of my life to take this job here with such a fantastic organization. And it's a ground ball.
I don't know. Susan, it is high, it is far, it is gone. That Southie accent of yours is getting more and more severe every day. You sound like Casey Affleck from Good Will Hunting. It is high, as far as gone. I'll tell you what, though. Good Will Hunting, 1997 Academy Award-winning film for It is high, it is far, it is gone. Screenplay. Matt, people don't realize that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, It is high, it is far, it is gone, are actually actually both Oscar winners. They are. They co-wrote Good Will Hunting, and they both received Academy Awards. So if you say Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, you could say, it's high, it's far, it's fun. Academy Award winner, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. And then here comes Isaiah Kiner Falef. And, he got beamed right in the head. It is high, it is far, it is gone. He's bleeding. Isaiah, IKF bleeding all over the head. It's high, as far, it's gone. Isaiah, it's a dugout. Brawl. The benches have cleared. It is high, it is far, it is gone. The benches are cleared. Aaron Boone, machine gun. Aaron Boone has a machine gun. He's shooting the Red Sox. It is high, as far, it is gone.
No.
Anyway, I'm John Sterling. That's been your Yankee broadcast. It is high, it is far, it is gone. Fuck off, America.
Of all the incredible things I have ever saw, Good Will Hunting was the greatest film.
And then there was something else with the fucking Yankees. I mean, honestly, I know I'm not trying to make this entire episode about the fucking Yankees, but the Yankees, this shows you how much of a disaster, a disgrace the Yankees are. Robert, do you have the video? I shot myself on the Yes Network, the Yankees Network, playing. Hold on, press pause. Press
What
pause.
the fuck?
Okay.
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
All right, sometimes he does that thing intentionally, Steve. Sometimes he does that. It's high, it's far, it's gone intentionally. But Yes Network is playing, they're off the rails. Everything connected to the Yankees is shit these days. So it makes total sense that their television channel would be shit. I was tuning into the game nice and early at 7 o'clock on time until I heard the English and Spanish feeds being played at the same time. Don't adjust your audio. This isn't our fuck up. This is Yes Network's fuck up. You're about to hear the English and Spanish feeds played at the same time.
Roger.
What the fuck is Oh man. This is like an acid trip.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And the game started with this shit. I actually tweeted them out.
Beneficio. Sorry, I'm trying to do the same thing, Dave.
We're not going for that. We're not going for that. I tweeted at the Yes Network too. I showed them that very video. I said, guys, get it under control. But the game started and it was still going on the first half of the first inning. I had to watch it in English and Spanish at the same time. I was ready to take a baseball bat to my fucking TV.
It wouldn't be the first time, Dave. I know that.
I have a friend who's a comedian who says a joke. He's like, I consumed a lot of herb one time, and I was watching baseball, and I thought my TV switched to Spanish, and I kept switching it back to English, and then it would go for a few seconds, then it'd be Spanish again, and then I realized they were just going through the lineups.
That's good.
Shout out Greg Billette.
Did you hear? So last week we covered the fact that there's SiriusXM has a great host on their sports network, 90-year-old Gil Brandt, who, when Dwayne Haskins, the 24-year-old quarterback for the Steelers, tragically was hit by a car on the side of the road and killed, Gil Brandt, 90-year-old Gil Brandt of SiriusXM, decided to chime in. He called him lazy. He said he has no Gil. He said this is Gil Brandt said Dwayne Haskins had no work ethic. Let me see exactly. He said he gave him shit that during Dwayne Haskins draft day, his family threw a party at a bowling alley. He also said, quote, maybe if he stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things like getting hit by a truck.
Right. That's silly. That's fucking silly.
And that lastly, he criticized the decision to leave school early, and he described Haskins, Gil Brandt, SiriusXM's Gil Brandt described Haskins as, quote, a guy living to be dead. His car possibly simply ran out of gas. He was walking on the side of the street to get some fuel or help when he was struck down by a vehicle and killed tragically. And 90-year-old Gil Brandt of SiriusXM decided to shit on this guy. We went after Gil Brandt last week. You could go see it there. But he has tweeted an apology. Do you guys accept this apology? I'll read it verbatim. Quote, "This morning, while learning of Dwayne Haskins' passing, I reacted carelessly and insensitively on a radio interview. I want to apologize to Mr. Haskins' family and anyone who heard my poor choice of words. I truly apologize. My heart goes out to his family at this difficult time." Close quote. Do you accept the apology of Gil Brandt, 90 years old, after he shat all over Dwayne Haskins when Haskins was tragically struck down by a car? Stevie?
Dave, I don't only just accept his apology. I got his back. You know what I mean? Because Gil Brandt, he's got a point. I mean, I've been high on like 9 different drugs at once, like fucking Martian high. And I've never thought, hey, let's go for a jog on the highway now. You know what I mean? So I think Gil Brandt's got a point.
But his car broke down.
I did not know that. All right. So let's I'm going to go back and then, yes.
His car was found on the road. So what they're thinking now is that his car was out of fuel.
I was just trying to be a shock jock like Gil Brandt there, I think. And I fucked up. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm going to take that back.
Fine.
I think
No, I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion. I'm just informing you of that very important detail. His car broke down. I don't think, in other words, that Dwayne Haskins I don't think he was pulling a Stevie Lew, hitting the crack pipe and deciding to fucking breakdance in the middle of the BQE. I think that Dwayne Haskins, the possibility his car broke down and he's walking on the side of the road to get some help.
Okay, you got a point there then. All right, I'm going to take back the apology.
If I'm going to choose 2 people who act like Hunter S. Thompson, it's going to be Stevie, not necessarily Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, all right, Dave. That's true, I guess. So I don't accept the apology then. I think
Wait, Rob, that's good though. I like it. Robert.
Yeah, I mean, I accept the apology because you really shouldn't have to apologize. Like, I wish this would have happened in 2016, because in 2017 and 2018, Dwayne Haskins beat Penn State by 1 point. Both controversial pass interference calls. So maybe if he had been training a little harder then, we would have had the backup quarterback and Penn State would have had a national championship.
Jesus Christ. That's it. Well, I got to tell you, I'm not accepting it, Gil Brandt. You only have one chance to do a fucking eulogy. And your eulogy can't be, Dwayne Haskins, he's walking on the side of the road. He's high, him and Stephen Lewis.
Robert, get the MLB music going.
Just did a whole bunch of goddamn acid, and now he's walking on the side of the road and gets hit by a car. And, the whole thing about it was, maybe he should have stuck in the bowling alley. The last time I checked, I never got hit by a car in a goddamn bowling alley. Now, maybe he doesn't want to charge people $50 to attend his fucking party at a goddamn bowling alley, but nevertheless, this one time I go up to Dwayne Haskins, I say, listen, here's what I need from you. I need you to throw for 215 yards today, okay, and run for 75. Give us 2 touchdowns and a win. If you don't that, you ever hear George Floyd? Because I'll tell you one thing, I got a fucking knee. Gil Brandt I don't have a lot of power in my fists and my back and my arms anymore, but I do got a fucking knee. You understand, Haskins? I'll do the same goddamn thing in your fucking ass. And then one time, Dwayne Haskins, he's talking to me. He's like, Gil, my legs hurt. I broke my leg in the fucking Bengals game. I said, Dwayne Haskins, get back on the fucking football field. Otherwise, I'll ship your ass back to fucking Ecuador. You try and battle. Who would you rather play against? The Bengals this week or some fucking Somalian crime lord? Okay, I think you're fucking wanting the goddamn, take on the goddamn Bengals. And then there's fucking Dwayne Haskins.
It's a shock jock, this guy.
Dwayne Haskins, he tells me, he says, Gil, he called me up last week. He goes, Gil, I just been hit by a car. I go, you're always saying silly shit, Haskins. You're always doing, what is this, a prankster episode? What is this? This is a true life. What's that show? The Practical Jokers? What are you? Now that one of the guys left, you're the fucking black one? Okay, funny joke. You got hit by a car. He's like, no, I'm serious, Gil. Call 911. I really think I'm in trouble. I go,
oh, my God.
I go, there's only 2 numbers on the back of a football jersey, son. You can't fit 3. 911's not a fucking number. But that's just typical Dwayne Haskins. He doesn't understand. He's stupid. Stupid in the head. You know, you got like some people like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and
Right.
Marino and Boomer Esiason, and those guys are smart. Then got Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
You know, he's in the head, just in the head. I'm talking about. He's stupid.
Yeah.
He's dumb in the head.
And then the bowling alley thing, you know.
And then you got a goddamn bowling alley where there's, I want to hang out in the bowling alley. And then the next thing I know, I'm trying to play. They had Ms. Pac-Man in the fucking bowling alley. I'm waiting for my turn to shoot, but it's one of those fucking bowling outings where there's like 30 people on a team, and it takes
You gotta get the shoes.
forever.
You gotta rent the shoes.
I decided to play a couple of fucking games of Ms. Pac-Man, and then Dwayne Haskins comes over. He says, "How you doing?" I say, "Listen, don't talk to me, Blackie. I don't talk to blacks in public."
Oh God.
I'm Gil Brandt from SiriusXM. Fuck you, America.
Jeez, it's like a shock jock, like Howard Stern over there. Serious.
Oh, that's not anything like that. That's Gil Brandt.
Right. No, I'm
Gil
saying
Brandt of SiriusXM. That's who it is. If SiriusXM doesn't want a shock jock, maybe they don't employ Gil Brandt. That's what me thinks.
Yeah. They did make a lot of bad managerial decisions over there at Sirius, from what I understand. Starting, when they let you go, I think that was their first big mistake. Yeah.
I technically walked. I walked from.
They could have stopped you. They could have stopped you. Said, "Don't you leave?"
And
but
send some emails, right?
We don't even.
Yes, I did send an email.
It's water under the bridge.
All the people I sent an email to are fired, by the way. Well, no, maybe one of them is still there.
Yeah, I think Wiki's still there.
I grew up in the time where radio guys, like on-air talents, fellow radio guys, could email each other, "I'm going to punch you in the face," without being total fucking pussies and running to security. Ironically, the same guy who that is too much of a fucking thing for, and yet this guy was very, very happy to secretly videotape an employee shitting in the bathroom. So this guy has a problem with a grown man emailing him saying, "I'll punch you in the face," from a different state. But he has no problem with secretly recording another grown man shitting. And I'm the crazy one. Remember? I'm the, he's nuts. He's crazy. He can't get it together. He can't go mainstream. Well, I guess not. I guess I can't go mainstream because I will never record or secretly record people shitting. That's I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at this! It is high. It is far. It's a cat. TV just brought a cat out on TV. All right. Next story is this.
Sorry, he jumped in the shot. I had to give him a little.
Next story is this. I know it's a little off topic, off sports topic, but I do want to bring it up. Did you? Because you guys were in New York, obviously, last week, and the New York subway shooter was such a big deal. It was so weird. When you do weekly shows, it feels like a whole entire fucking, like a year sometimes happens between Davey Mac Sports episodes. And in this case, it was like a shooting, a thing, a manhunt, and everything was solved between episodes.
Yeah, Dave, for the folks that don't know, there was a black man by the name of Frank Thomas who went around shooting people.
Frank James.
Frank Thomas was the big hurt for the Chicago White Sox.
Yes.
The guys, they kind of looked. If you put them in a lineup, I would have been. I couldn't figure it.
They're both black. That's it. But did you see Zach, the guy who spotted Frank? So
yes, the young man who was like, he said he was like a camera technician or something, a security camera.
Yes, security cameras. I want to point out something that's kind of funny. Now, I like Zach. I'm an instant Zach fan, and I actually tweeted out to AEW, Zach should be all elite. Like, if you don't get Zach in wrestling, like tomorrow, totally missed golden opportunity. The guy literally cuts promos, and we're going to show you why I'm saying this. There's 3 videos that all have to do with Zach, but I want them to go in order because Zach's story gets significantly more, interesting, entertaining, razzle-dazzle-ish with each telling. Zach just pumped it up more and more and more. And by the time the 3rd story happens, Zach is literally cutting a WWE promo. All right. So what? Watch the evolution of Zach from humble to
Hi, how are you? What is your name?
I'm good. My name is Zach. I was working inside the store and I was doing security cameras inside. And I see the guy, he walking from the screen. I see him from the cameras. So I thought, oh shit, this guy. Let me call the police. And I call him and we catch him.
Zach, you were a hero. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We thank
try
you.
to make the people safe.
Okay, so that wasn't too bad.
That's my point. Number one, tons of humility. Zach is the man. I still love the fact that he's looking right in the camera. He's well spoken. He's doing a great job. But you can see that was Zach. That was
from the emergency. I see him and I say, you know what? I want to catch you. When I got you, you want FR1, I got you, who's gonna get you? A lot of people sitting, and I was working and I gashed him, thank God. And when I see the bag and he was walking in the street, I told the people, I see the car police come from street, the police, yo, this is the guy, he killed the 7 people from the Brooklyn, to catch him today. If we don't want to catch him, I kill him. Because this is the guy, he killed 7 people, how is gonna be like this? And we catch him. Thank God. Thank you guys.
So we go from the first video, he was totally humble and cool. The second video, he's now claiming he was going to kill him. He was going to kill him. And I said, if you don't catch him and you don't arrest him, I kill him myself. I fuck you, Joe Bull. I love this dude. I love fucking Zach. Now watch the third one. Now he's giving promos and he's interviewing other witnesses.
What?
Yes.
I see the police car, police. We tell him this is the guy.
Zach is the man.
I see the police car, police. We tell him this is.
I catch him myself. I kill him.
He's got a bit of the Iron Sheik. I feel. I hear the old school Sheik.
He's a kind of a big guy. He's like stocky.
He'll put you in the Cobra Clutch real quick.
There's so much potential for Zach in wrestling. Do we got that third video? Oh, here it is. Watch Zach now take the mic to other witnesses. He's now doing his own promo.
I see the police car, police. We tell him this is the guy. He did the problem in the Brooklyn.
When we saw this guy, we were like between 70 to 80% sure. Is it him? Is it not? So we pull up the picture, the Amber Alert on our phones. We saw the picture.
But Zach has the mic right now.
Between the three of us. Oh, that's the guy. That's 100%.
Yeah, so you can't see it on the screen, but Zach actually now had a microphone and was interviewing other witnesses. Zach is amazing.
He actually takes the microphone from the News One reporter, and they just give it over to him because the guy was just
he literally there was like an NY1 or NJ12 or something.
Right.
He's a hero. He can do what he wants, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Give him the mic.
I'm not critical. I am saying this with exuberance. I just like how I will have to point out that I believe my observation is somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
The story was getting pumped and pumped. Yeah. By the time, if Zach keeps telling this story next week, he's going to have fucking, Undertaker pyro. There's going to be fireworks and fucking flames and shit. And Zach's going to come out, He's
going to have a manager. He'll have Paul Bear with him. But to Dave, can I say really quick? He reminded me with like taking the mic and staying on mic too long of a certain young boy out in Queens who's a Mets fan who used to come on the East Side Dave show all the time. And if you gave him the mic, he would start to get a little ahead of himself. Bobo.
Stevie.
I was trying to be artistic there. Zach reminded me of Bobo on the East Side Dave show.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, with all due respect, I don't think Bobo is such a gigantic celebrity. We have to be protecting his name. How was I thinking? I'm the same way. I'm not. Protect my name either. What, Robert?
Trying to be artistic, Stevie, but you ended up just being autistic.
Thank you, Robert.
All right, listen. Is there anything else? I mean, I actually have a couple more things, I suppose. Robert, do you have the video of Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets just being so pissed off that some fucking guy was giving him a hard time that he takes off his mouthpiece. He throws it way aggressively at the guy, but misses and hits a 15-year-old girl in the face with it.
Like that.
You want to see it?
All right. Yes, please. Watch this video. This is funny.
Jesus.
Watch it again. Watch the girl now. She's on the left of the screen. Watch the girl on the left of the screen. Ow! And it was aimed at the guy in the yellow hat who is acting douchey. But at the same time, it doesn't appear, he's a Hawks fan, it doesn't appear that he actually did anything. He didn't throw anything at the guy. He didn't spit at the guy. And there's no reports that he said anything racial or anything at the guy. He was just acting overall douchey. This is my point, okay? Bro, if people don't understand that social media has made us so self-absorbed, impulsive, and narcissistic, and sensitive to the point where anything bothers us, now you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Will Smith was offended by a comedian who was just doing his job, and he gets up and slaps a guy. Now this guy fucking throws the thing. Now the other guy is shooting things. Now these people, and it's all people. It's white people, black people, but then, I don't like the way you treat me. I'm going to take a machine gun and now shoot 20 random people. Can we please chill the fuck out and grow some thicker fucking skin? Please. I had one person say to me, Dave, when you say grow thicker fucking skin, really what you're doing is saying that victims don't have any rights. I said, I'm not saying that. Victims have rights, but life is fucking hard. Life sucks, and you got to make the best of it. And you get all kinds of people that treat you like shit. I've got a million people that have treated me like shit, and I treat Robert like shit because shit rolls downhill.
Life's a game of inches, Dave, man, and around here we fight for those inches.
We fight for that inch. Because
Dave,
we really see that inch, we claw for that inch.
I didn't know that part as well as you. I relate to the part where he says, "I've made every mistake a man my age could make. I've driven everybody away who could love me." You are referencing the Al Pacino locker room speech at the end of any given Sunday before the big playoff game. It's one of the great speeches in movie history. Any given Sunday, one of the great underrated movies in history. But do you see my point about this guy with the mouth guard? It's not just the guy with the mouthpiece that hit the fucking girl in the head with it. It's everyone. Feels like the second you cross me, now I can spit at you, punch you, get you fired, do all this fucking shit. What the fuck?
Dave, I can actually kind of relate to this story. A couple of years ago, this guy that I knew, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and then I ran and broke the broadcast desk that he was in behind.
That was me, Steven. That was me. And yes, and again, you're being artistic with not saying names. It's like code words with you. This is a new bit, Robert, where Stevie goes into a story and we have to guess who he's talking about. I don't know if you planned this like a game, but actually I kind of like this game. Yeah, so
he's our first guest to bring a game to the table.
I'm being dead serious. The next time you're on Davey Mac Sports, you bring 3 stories of people Robert and I know. And how about this? It can be anything. They can be Eastside Daves or / Davey Mac Sports people, but they can also be celebs. And you just have to give 3 stories, no names, and we have to guess who the person is you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll call it in the mind of a madman.
Robert, do you think I should include celebrities, or should I get rid of celebrities? Because now I'm feeling like it would be more fun just to have weird stories that Stevie finds out. Basically, it's kind of like board gossip. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. Okay, Stevie, no celebrities. Basically, think board gossip.
I'm writing this down.
Thank you. Oh, gotta get the music. And that's a difficult song to find, baby. I pulled that fucking bed, and nobody knows where that song came from. Okay, a little gossip, a little lot. No one knows that. Robert, anything else before we get out of here?
2 more.
Did I?
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer just got hired.
Me too, Bobby.
But I mean, he just got hired by Fox Sports. Does Fox Sports were they not paying attention to this last year of Planet Earth? It's not that Urban Meyer failed miserably. I mean, catastrophically. Urban Meyer's reign might go down as the worst. Lou Holtz tried to go from college to pros. He failed. what's his face? The guy from Florida. He failed. Spurrier. But
Dave, did you say catastrophe?
Thank you. Now let me continue with my beautiful rant here. Stevie just showed his cat on. This is also a podcast. You need to tell people what you're doing. It's actually much more successful as a podcast right now than a YouTube show, though it is successful.
Sorry, Steve Spurrier, Urban Meyer.
So anyway, Steve Spurrier failed. Urban Meyer failed. The main point is this fucking guy, Urban Meyer, the scandal where there was some fucking blonde on his lap at the bar. His team had just lost, and rather than going home with the team, he stayed in Ohio to fucking get with some young ladies. And then you have the other tales that are just as... What? Oh, and then there were other tales of people like the players say he was condescending, belittling, sometimes downright demeaning and dehumanizing as a coach, verbal insults, verbal harassment. I mean, this guy was a total fucking disaster, so much so that he probably shouldn't work in football anymore. You made goddamn $70 million throughout the course of your career. Hang it up, Urban. No one wants to look at your face. And by the way, I won't be watching Fox Sports if this guy's on it.
Dave, can I add one more accolade to his career? He was also, I think, the one he made Aaron Hernandez bad. He was his coach. So, I think it was because of Urban Meyer, Aaron Hernandez killed those men because of Urban Meyer.
Well, no, but I mean, honestly, Urban Meyer was Aaron Hernandez's coach. And when Bill Belichick of the Patriots said to Urban Meyer, are there any issues with Aaron Hernandez?
What did he say?
Urban Meyer's like, he's a good football player, Bill. He's good. Because there are already issues. He had been beating people up in college at bars and shit. There were already fucking issues with that guy. Urban Meyer's a piece of shit, Robert.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, that's his thing, too. When he doesn't like a thing, he just puts it down and say, I got a hard thing. Yeah. He's fucking Sanford and Son or whatever. I'm coming. Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I'm coming, yeah.
Yes, please.
Well, then I won't say much. Troubles I have had, my wife Teresa beat me, but the blows fell very lightly on my back.
You don't have it. It's tough. I told you it's tough.
I see Robert's still railroading the show every time he gets a chance. That's great.
It goes bing, 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 bing. A little gossip, something like that. Well, that's going to do it. That's going to be doing it. Stevie, what projects would you like to promote right now?
If folks could be so kind to go follow me on Twitter at Steve Can't Lose. And then I'm also Stevie Lew Comedy on Instagram. Don't follow Stevie Lew Comedy on Twitter. I'll just say that. But yeah, Steve Can't Lose on Twitter. Stevie Lew Comedy on Instagram. I'm sure that's not confusing or anything. But
no, that's good. That will work. Just find Stevie Lew. You'll be able to find him. Robert, what can people expect from Robert in the next coming week?
Check out the Pat Oates Show. It's the POS show we call it now. We put it out on YouTube. We have a Patreon. It's fun. I'm also on the Dump on Compound Media, and I'll be in Atlantic City with the comedians of the Compound, unless if they decide to live stream it, in which case I'm too famous to allow that to happen.
Time out, Stevie. Hold on. What was that about? Is there a scandal? You don't have to go into a scandal in any.
There's a scandal. There's a scandal.
Right, well, Robert. Yeah. What was that comment?
Well, basically, Dave, I've realized that I spend more time focusing on being a reality star than doing comedy, so I don't have 10 minutes of comedy to burn. And God forbid I do crowd work, so I don't want to be like.
Robert's being tough on himself.
Is this aimed at someone specific?
Yeah. You said it would be bad to look like a fair. It'd be even worse to look like a buck-toothed, backstabbing horse.
Oh my God! All right.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm being honest. Who you're talking
it's
about?
Stevie Lew's game. Can we guess who I'm talking about?
Yes, he's taking my bit. I'll let him have this one.
I mean, honestly, let's just Stevie. I think Robert just stole board gossip from
That's
you.
fine. That's so he can have it.
Wait a second. No, I don't want to guess because I want to be away from drama. I actually don't know who you're talking about, but now I'm going to be heading to Twitter to find out.
It kind of looks like me, but more muscles.
Oh, it's okay. So it's a guy. It's a guy.
If you don't get that, then we'll just. Well, Dave, I forgot one more quick.
I'm not sure if that was it though. Robert, is Stevie on to it? I don't think Stevie got the person.
Dave, man, the most important lesson I've learned in radio from you is loyalty. Right?
There's a guy leaving compound right now.
But that's not what the drama's about. It's somebody who that guy did a lot.
Someone
of
else,
favors,
Stevie.
Somebody that guy did a lot of favors for is forgetting that important lesson.
Oh,
See,
okay.
it's not him. That's what I keep saying, Stevie.
Okay, I think I hear what he's saying now too.
Looks like you, Stevie, but with a little more hair on their head.
Interesting.
And bigger breasts.
Bigger breasts.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got it now. I got it now, loud and clear.
I'm still a little unsure, but I don't even want to play this game anymore. I want to leave.
Dave, really quick, I forgot. We got to add that Robert did a really awesome How Could You Forget on Compound Media. Folks need to go check out. I think there's an episode coming out soon for 420. So please don't forget to check us out on that.
And I end my show now, please. Thank you.
Do, Dave. We love you, buddy.
Stevie, are you wearing a jersey? What is that? What is that?
It's a Brooklyn Dodger jersey. That's the Disco Biscuits. It's the Disco Biscuits, though.
That's cool. I like that. That's a good looking jersey. All right.
Yeah, shout out to the Disco Biscuits.
Listen, we've had all the drama we can have for one day. It's very interesting. I don't know what's happening over there, nor do I fucking care. I mean, I like controversy with Robert, so I care about him. But the rest of them, I don't. I want them all to fucking backstab each other. And guess what? They will. Maybe in the future, when someone has insane, through the fucking roof, off the meter, decades-long loyalty.
Right.
Maybe you don't let him get buried by Eric Nagel, who sucks at his fucking job. Maybe you reward loyalty and not fucking the people who are every single one of them will backstab that guy. Every single one. So, colossal error on just a strategic way. I didn't want to join the controversy. And
I love it, Dave. You're the best, man.
Buzzer beating controversy. It was all because that's your fault, Robert.
Right in under the bell. What a great Davey Mac Sports program. And we call it the Davey Mac Sports Show now. Davey Mac Sports. We'll catch you next week with our very special guest. You want to plug him, Dave?
Oh yeah, I will. Next Monday, or next Tuesday when the show is released. Bronx Johnny.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I haven't talked to him in years, so that's going to be exciting. So anyway,
that guy's a good dude. I love him. Great dude.
Best.
So
to conclude it all, Stevie Lew, you're the man. We got to thank you. You'll be
love
back.
You, Dave.
You'll be back for Stevie Lew's board gossip in the near future.
Absolutely.
Robert O, the sensational director/producer, he wanted to make himself an intern. I said, no, take that away from yourself. Robert O, I think
my biggest champion, Dave.
I thank you as well.
Shut
and to
up.
all the East Side Davidians out there, listen, we're back 100%. Subscribe, iTunes. We're on Stitcher. We're on Amazon Music. The shows are visual. Follow. Make sure you're following. We're kicking ass. It's awesome. It's Davey Mac Sports. Good night, everybody.